So picked up this refrigerator from my friend Paul at Equipt Outfitters, Equipt Expedition Outfitters in Salt Lake City, Utah. Solid customer service, an absolutely impressive showroom, and he's just a longtime Land Cruiser guy like me. He's quite a bit longer. But go there and talk with him about Land Cruisers, and man, you will have a great time. So he gave me a sweet deal on the National Luna Legacy dual control, and this is a 50 liter 50 liter, because it has a freezer and it has two separate compartments. So I guess if you have just a single compartment, it's like a 52 liter, same size outside exterior dimensions, it's just on the inside with that partition it reduces it a little bit. So 50 liters is quite a bit. So anyway, it comes with dual power, and it's automatic. So if you happen to have it plugged into your house power, it will turn off the battery power. Okay. Secondarily, you got your battery power. Now it comes with this really nice cord, this nice plug. This is similar to what's on my BMW motorcycle. It's called they called it a DIN plug, D-I-N plug. I don't know. There's maybe another name for it, but they also include that super sweet power socket. So I had to kind of pull that thing apart and wire that in, bring a big old heavy 8-gauge wire or something from under the hood at the power bank, which is, we can talk about that another time. But anyway, yeah, I had to wire that thing in and found a pretty decent little spot that it kind of plugs into right there. But this fridge is pretty badass. You can find a lot more better information about it on the internet than what I can show you. Unfortunately, I don't have it on a slide yet, so they're about 300 bucks. I've looked at a lot of different threads and forums online of dudes building their own, and that's tempting and stuff, but honestly, for just $300, I think I'd rather just freaking buy one, and then you can slide that damn thing out. So that's pretty high priority. Now for this is not factory. I cut that out, and then I put some big freaking lag screws in there, big lag screws, big ones. So I drilled the holes first, and then ran them down in there. And yeah, if we have a tip over, it's not the most secure, but in general usage, I think it's going to be just fine. And on the back side, I can show you how I mounted that as well. Let me take a look. Okay, what's cool about back here is, oh yeah, I ended up using the third row seat factory mount space, and then it's another one of those great big lag screws. So not ideal, but again, it's temporary. So I just didn't want to try to run big bolts all the way down through the bottom. Now, as far as what's inside, I did the orientation change of the handle, which is a super sweet option, right? Maybe most refrigerators do that, but this one, it didn't. It took a long time, man. You got to change all the hinges and stuff. You know, you got to change all the hinges, and then you end up with some spare parts, so don't lose those. But because I don't have the slide on, well, I didn't realize it at the time, but when you pop this open on the 100 series Land Cruiser, look what you get, some interference right there. So anyway, rigged up the nice little holder support there. It's pretty cool. Here's what you get nice lights inside there. Also, the other problem is that now I can't open it all the way, so I can't get the baskets all the way out. So that is problem numero uno. So FYI, but so at the moment I'd have to unstrap it to get the stuff out of the very bottom. So on a big camp out, that'll be a different story. But anyway, it's got a nice little cover here. Yeah, so now, as I was saying, it was an afterthought that I realized the basket was going to be a problem and the lid itself was going to be a problem. So until I have a slide, I wouldn't recommend switching the orientation. It was just fine how it was when it opened this way, and it would stay open. So that was kind of dumb. Anyways, when you do get around to switching these out, be pretty careful with these screws, because they have little brass inserts, and man, I would be pretty worried about stripping one of those out. So be careful with that. Let's see what else I can tell you about this. Is I installed this, I picked up a sweet bottle opener, and I didn't even give it any thought about whether or not there were liquid pipes or whatever inside here when I screwed it in, so that was a dumbass thing to do. But I got lucky so far. It hasn't sprung a leak, so be aware of that. Absolutely love the fridge. You know, the style of it's super nice. This I think it probably reflects heat pretty well, so you can get a cover for it. I'm sure it helps, it's pretty nice. But I did pick up a dent right here, and I have no idea what did it, so it's not, you know, it's kind of delicate. Whereas maybe one of those ARB ones are a little more, the plastic ones are a little more resilient to taking dingers and stuff. So anyway, the thing is freaking sweet. The latch system is super sweet. You can put a little lock on it in case you want to keep your kids out of your beer. So anyway, you've got this so that you can, if you have it set with 2 zones, you can have it so that this side is a freezer. You can have either side a freezer if you want. You could store all your frozen meat in the big section and then just have the smaller one for your 6-packs. But this little cover here is designed to retain the temperature when you open the big lid, so that all your super cold temperatures don't escape, you know. I'll probably give a little more of a bit of an in-depth thing after I've had this thing for a while. I've only been running it for about 2 months now, but man, I just love it. It's freaking sweet. One thing I wish they would change is you can't really put a gallon jug of milk in there. You know, we'll talk about that. I'll get a gallon jug of milk and I'll show it to you. But yeah, it comes with these baskets. It's got the light inside. It's freaking sweet. I love it. And it should be lasting for a long time. I bet I won't have any problems with this thing for about 20 years. So there you go. Now, let's move on to the storage. I always do this. I always forget to put this thing back in. I need a pink handle on it or something.